Hey guys, Mika here, and I'm bringing quite a special uke today, and it's something that you probably just won't see pop up really ever too often, unless you go to someone's house and they're surprisingly an ukulele player, and they're like, "Check out my collection." Then they pull out a Collings ukulele. One in a million, not going to happen, but luckily you're here at Ukulele Friend, and I get to share with you a really special ukulele here because Collings in the guitar world is a very famous guitar brand. I'm not a guitar player, so I don't know too much, but I know, I guess, enough to know that they are famous amongst Gibson, Taylor, Martin, all the big names in the guitar world. But this is another one of the big names in the guitar world. But they went ahead and for a period of time, they were actually making ukuleles such as these. However, currently they do not make ukuleles anymore. So it's like one of those where if you encounter one, it's going to be, it's used, it's not a brand new instrument anymore because it's one of those that, you have to find someone who's willing to let it go, or it pops up over here and I get to talk about it. So for me, this is the first time I'm playing a Collings, and it's really wonderful that not only do I get to play it, I get to share my experiences with you folks here, with me doing a sound sample, talking about the instrument, the sound, playability, and all the good things. But yeah, so here I'm holding a koa, all Hawaiian koa Collings tenor size instrument. So obviously it's not the craziest looking koa. It's one of those more straightforward koa. Obviously you can still see like the grains and stuff in the lighting, but this is like more of that straightforward kind of like musician's instrument. It sounds super good, but it's not gonna catch a lot of eyes compared to other crazy custom instruments, right? But it does the job. It's really nice, and it sounds really awesome too when I get to the sound sample. Again, more of that orange color here on the side of the instrument, and then more of that koa look here on the back of the instrument. So no bindings, just very straightforward instrument. We have a simple little rosette around the sound hole right here. It's kind of like a wood and black purfling, real small, to give it some kind of accent around the sound hole. And then we have a rosewood bridge, fretboard, as well as the headstock with the Collings on the top. And then we have the planetary tuners here on the back. Very small footprint. As you can see, you don't have, it's barely taking up any space on the top. So that's one of the beauties of these tuners. But yeah, that's pretty much all she wrote. We have the strap button here on the bottom. We have the strap button, over here on the bottom of the heel. But it's one of those very straightforward instruments. It's a cool instrument with some rosewood on the on the bridge and the fretboard and stuff. But moving beyond that, the sound is very in line with what koa would sound like. Bright, very warm, inviting, has a sweet tone. This one is more on the brighter side, I would say, but at the same time, I am playing with nails, so it's gonna accent more of that kind of trebly sound. But I just love it's still really sweet. It has that nice mid-range, that nice. It's still a really lovely sound. Now, if you play with your flesh, you can hear a more rounded sound. But if I play with my nail, so just depending what kind of sound you want, you can manipulate your way around it by either using the flesh, if you play with the flesh of your skin, or if I'm more classically trained and stuff, so you grow out my fingernails and file them so I can get a nice tone like this. But hopefully you can hear in the video, there's a lot of projection. There's just a lot of volume and a lot of sound in this, but not to where it's like, oh, it's just so loud. It has a nice warm tone, or not so much warm, but more of that kind of sweet mid-range tone. Again, that you're gonna get with the koa, but you have a really bright A string. Yeah, so wonderful. Nice instrument, nice sound. I like to think of this as like a musician's instrument, where it's one of those it's not crazy looking. It's no crazy inlay. The wood is nothing to like whoa. It doesn't catch your eye. It's just coal wood and just regular fret markers on the instrument. It's very straightforward, very simple. But you take this out and you gig with it, and it's definitely the sound carries. So. Shake all that tone out of there. So All right, so let's go ahead and jump into a sound sample with this guy. All right, here we go. Fun instrument to play. Yeah, real nice. Very responsive. Again, pretty bright on that A string, but just really nice, sweet sound in that middle too, and even the top string, giving a little bit of oomph with the low G. So here's what this instrument would sound like with a little bit strumming. Let's go for the traditional route.